Okay, let's try this again. I'm trying to go live for the first time. Facebook just blocked my other one, maybe because I played a song, even though I watch people play songs all the time. And they don't get taken down. So anyway, this is my Facebook Live camera. This is my just regular phone video camera. So my phone video camera has been going for 13 minutes. It covered my first live that just got blocked and taken down. And so I've just been kind of talking on it still about the meddlers and the psychic attacks. But I thought I'd try to start a live just to see if it would go. So I'm probably going to speak into that phone mostly because Facebook and their effery. All right, so I'm talking about psychic attacks and meddlers. What has happened is the dark has been unleashed onto this earth. We are at the end of an epoch, whatever you want to call it, APEC. EPOCH. You can look it up. We're at the end of an age. Many people have many ideas about what that means. And I have my own idea about what that means. My idea comes from my channel to source, my lifeline, directly to either my highest aspect, my God source aspect, whatever it is. TBD, to be determined. It has not been seen on this earth until now, and it is for these times. People that have been watching me write for many years, since 2017, have seen my other videos on my YouTube page, ELM Awakening, and currently watch my stories, understand the language that I speak. It's very different than most awakeners, I would say. I speak from my own organic template, and I may take pick truths from others that I see, but I've always vetted through my own source, my own truth meter. So the psychic attacks are ramping up. The meddlers are everywhere. And anyone who causes chaos in your life is a meddler. They meddle in your life. They cause chaos. They are not of their heart center. They have an agenda, and most of them are remote controlled. And because of the subjects that I speak about, because of the knowledge that I hold, because of what I disclose on my stories and my writings, on my YouTube, etc., and Patreon, when people encounter something that they cannot understand, they contact me. I get contacted all the time. Everybody be up in my DMs. Everybody. Okay? This is why I don't put myself out on Facebook a lot any longer, because everybody up in my DMs. I protect my energy and I guard it very fiercely, because I know who I am. I know what my energy signature is, and I am hunted. I am constantly meddled with, and I see it in myself and I see it in others. My vision is very wide and vast. I'm not tunnel visioned. I don't see a situation as one situation. I can scroll out and see what is actually going on, all the moving parts and pieces. Earlier in my live, that got cut off and blocked and whatever, because Facebook, whatever, I was talking about films and movies. There is no such thing as entertainment. There is no such thing as entertainment. Entertainment is the upside down. It is Babylon. It is Babel. It is meant to confuse, manipulate, and abuse. So, when you watch a movie as entertainment, when you just want to check out and you want to just sit down and relax and watch a show and check out, or have the TV in the background, you are constantly being programmed. The television is a black box. Any screen is like black cube technology, like the cube of Saturn, like the cube of Mecca, that the people, the disembodied human avatars walk around and worship the cube. This is technology. This is black box technology. This is not of Earth. This is brought to Earth. Everything on Earth right now is technology that has been brought in. Humans and people have been conditioned to believe that the physical is all there is. That is their own black box. They have put themselves in a black box of physicality. You have to take yourself out of the box, and you have to scroll above the box, and you have to understand all the components. When you tune into black box technology, it puts your brain in a theta state, which is the sleep state. So when you want to check out and you just want to be entertained for a second, you know, for an evening, watch like 5 episodes of Westworld, okay? Or the Upside Down, what's that one? Stranger Things? You are allowing that program to reprogram your brain because you are in a sleep state. You are in a theta state. So you are consenting. If you guys haven't watched my stories yet today, I have a whole thing on consent, or the con. Okay? What you consent to ingesting, you consent to the programming. You consent to the effects. You got to hack your own matrix. You have to hack your own programming. Every single human right now is programmed. Every one of them. This ascension path that we are on, it will not do itself. Your ascension will not do itself. You have to purify. You have to do the work. You have to deprogram yourself. Thank you for the comment, Donna. I see you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just babbling on. I call it pontificating. I'm an excellent pontificator. But I pontificate the truth. Unlike the pontiff that sits on the seat in, hi Christine, that sits on the seat in Rome. We all know what's happening down there. Well, if we don't know what's happening down there, I can speak on it. Okay, back to the television. So, okay, what was my whole point of this? Oh, the meddlers. The meddlers and the clone army. Okay, I gotta back this up. This is the thing with me. I hold so much knowledge, and I see, I'm so scrolled out from the matrix that I can see all of the ways that it goes. So I tend to start on a subject and then it diverts. It's the same shit, it's just down a different road. And I don't know if Facebook's going to take me off because I swear, but that's me, I swear. I swear a lot. So I'm going to try not to, just because they already just took down my first live, and I'm just trying to do this for the first time and like see what this is all about. And if you guys are just joining, I have 2 cameras. I have my Facebook Live camera going, and then I'm also just like straight up recording it on a different device so that I can post it to my YouTube page or something if the content turns out good, and I actually keep a train of thought. Okay. There are many, many things in play on the earth right now. But the biggest one that is affecting the awakeners specifically are the meddlers and the disembodied humans who have sold their soul in whatever regard and have allowed for the dark ones to now inhabit them. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Nothing on earth is what it seems. Nothing on earth is what it seems. We are in the upside down. I have turned right side up in the upside down. It was the most difficult thing I ever had to do, because you have to leave every single belief system that you have ever attached to at the door. And when you are on this true journey and you don't check your belief systems at the door, your God source, your pure DNA within, will ensure that you check yourself. It will remove everything from you. Trust. Everything. Every single thing from you. I just posted on my stories, it was 2 years ago, that I had to leave every single thing behind in order to move forward. If you want to move forward, so what I was saying is we're at the end of an epoch, right? E-P-O-C-H. We're at the end of an age. There is no doubt this is what's going on, and most people have no idea. Even the Bible thumpers that really, really, really believe in their doctrine, their Bible, they don't understand what is playing out in front of them is written in their doctrine. When one of my family members got the jibby jabby, after I specifically told them not to, told them what it was, okay, this person is a born again Christian. They have found the Lord, okay? They found the Lord late in their life, okay? You know how these people do. They have to grasp at straws. And so she grasped. And what it got her, well, play Matrix games, win Matrix prizes. And when we had a discussion, I was like, didn't you read your doctrine? It's literally in your doctrine what they're doing. If you want to be a Bible thumper, if you want to believe that your Bible is telling you 100% truth and you want to regurgitate what comes out of a doctrine that you have no idea who the fuck wrote it, play Matrix games, win Matrix prizes. I mince no words. This is why I don't know if they're going to cut me off for using swears, but I swear. When I get heated, when I know something ain't right, I go in. I go in with the swears. Okay, so what we're dealing with is a clone army hyped up on jungle juice. Okay? Hyped up on the juice. They have consented, and contracted their soul. They have consented and contracted their soul. Period. End of story. A lot of people in the awakening community are fake. I'm just going to say that. They're fakes. They're fake as shit. I can't even stand these people. They want to tell you that there is a saline solution. Some people got the saline. Some people didn't get the jungle juice. Do you think that a planetary agenda by dark ones who hate humanity and hate the ones with an organic template, we are the ones they came to kill. We are the ones they came to kill. Christine, I'll answer in just a sec. There's a fuck ton of fakes. That's how many. A fuck ton. Do you think that the dark ones who came to kill are giving people saline? Anyone who follows me or reads my things, I hate the word follow, it's stupid, but you guys, listen. You guys know I don't mince words and I go in on my stories. I don't so much on my Facebook page because I am highly censored and they put me on those, we're going to move you to the bottom of the feed, whatever, 90 day at the bottom of the feed. So people don't even see my shit or whatever. So I put most of my stuff in stories, but I can't put like my really long writings. My long writings about what was coming were from about 2017 to 2020. As soon as they released the Crown, they literally, you guys, every single thing is written. It is written. This is alchemy. This is not fucking AA. Fuck those AAs. Excuse me, you guys, I don't mince words. Everything, they distort the divine in everything. So when I say fuck that, I'm not degrading somebody who has a problem and is trying to get help. I'm degrading the false doctrine behind it. Okay? This is alchemy. We are alchemists. All of this has been written. All of this is written in some doctrine somewhere. It is written. It is written in the stars. It is written. Once you clean and clear your programming, once you purify, this entire process is for purification. You have to purify. Your only job right now is to purify. Your job is not to go into the matrix and try to afford rent. If you can't afford rent, go live on a farm. Literally. This matrix is crumbling. This is a sinking ship. It is taking on water. We all need to bail out and get a life raft. The East Coast banking system was down on Friday. People could not get their money out of Bank of America on Friday on the East Coast. It is written. All of this is written. We already know what's coming down the pipe. They tell us. They tell us in their movies. They tell us in their doctrine. So being a part of the light crew, being a part of the light warriors, the ascension team, the light, whatever, that is not love and light. You have to clean and clear your programming. Every single one of us is programmed. I was programmed to hell and back. You would not believe the kind of person I used to be. Until my higher self came in and I'm not going to go into my experience because everyone wants to naysay people's experiences. My experience, I think is on my YouTube page. Maybe I'll do another video about it. I'll probably keep it on Patreon. I'll keep it nice and tight. Because my doctrine, what I speak and the frequency that I put out is not for these motherfuckers. This is for the few, not the many. This is for the real. This is not for these fakers. Anyone in the spiritual community making money hand over fist is a motherfucking fake. Don't you know yet that anyone at the top of the matrix is a part of the matrix? They are a part of the fabric. They are the upside down. They weave the deception. These are not human beings. Christine, it's Elm Awakening. So I go by Erin Elm personally. I have a business Facebook page called Elm Awakening. I have a Patreon called Elm Awakening, and I have a YouTube page called Elm Awakening, and an Instagram, Elm Awakening. That's my business. Which spirituality, this ascension, this cleaning and clearing, this purification, it's not a business. Right? This isn't a business. This is a personal, very, very deeply personal excavation. This is why the reals are underground. The ones who taught me when I was just percolating awakening, I was starting to percolate in 2014 and 15, 14 through 16. 16 was intense because 17 was my higher self dissension. There is no difference between all of the aspects I have ever been in the soul recycle and me now. They all are housed within. I can access them at all times. There is no separation. There is no difference. This is what living in, I call it galactic, like a galactic consciousness or a higher conscious state of consciousness. You have to be able to see what the matrix is. When you watch a movie, you cannot get caught up in a storyline. What you have to do is scroll out and you have to watch all the players. You have to look at all the symbolism. You have to listen to their words. Words are spells. All words are spells. The words that I weave now and the frequency that I output, I understand are spells, and they are to percolate your awakening. That is my only point for being here right now. That's it. I percolate your own template. Every single thing is housed within. If you want to watch 2 years worth of other ascension specialists, spiritualists, videos, education, the only thing that is good for is to percolate your own DNA knowledge, your own truth. You have to be discerning with what you intake. When I woke up, I knew I could not intake any other person's frequency because I had to output my own frequency. I tried to watch a movie with a friend right after I woke up, and I was like, oh my God, it's so fake. When you can see, acting is fake, you guys. Acting is a lie. If you watch old movies, I just watched a movie, it's a Swedish movie. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm going back and I'm seeing how I was programmed and how they program the masses through movies, specifically movies and shows. I just watched a movie that came out in the 60s. It's a black and white, but it was based on, I don't know, the early 1900s, like 1910. Okay. And it's called The 11th Seal, I believe. It's a Swedish movie. Something about the 11th seal, because I'm really getting into all the biblical doctrine, because I'm deciphering all of it, because I can decipher the frequency of truth through anything. So I can watch 2 hours of bullshit and I can hone in on the 5 minutes of the truth, and that builds my knowledge base. But people that cannot decipher the truth, when they intake 2 hours of a movie, it literally rewrites your brain, your theta sleep state. You intake it. It's babble. And the frequency comes in as static. It's like static on the TV. So anyway, when I woke up, I knew I had to cancel everybody's frequency. I could not intake TV because I knew it was rewriting me. It was rewriting my brain. And thus then started my own unraveling of my own programming. So the 11th seal, sorry, I'm going to try to come back. If I miss a subject and you guys want the subject, stick it in the comments and I'll try to come back. And if not, this video later, another video. Okay, so these people, you know, it's the 1900s and they're in their wagons, right? And they're just going from town to town. And they go to a town and they are actors, but they're dressed as jesters, court jesters. They look like idiots. You know, they're in clown clothing, 1900s clown clothing. And they're on stage. And they're acting and they're singing and da-da-da-da-da. And the audience is throwing, you know, tomatoes at their face and throwing fruit at them, and throwing drinks at them, like boo, boo. You guys, acting is fake. I don't know how we got to worshiping these idiots. They are the court jesters. They are entertainment for the dum-dums. Like, it baffles my mind how people honestly believe in this stuff and they idolize these people. These people aren't people. These people aren't people. Only 1/3 of humanity has the organic template and the propensity to wake up. That doesn't even mean that they're going to wake up. And 1/3 is the maximum number. So you have to understand that when you're dealing with a group of people, you're not dealing with people. That is the meddlers, and those are the people that psychically attack you. I was in the Pacific Northwest my entire life. Born and raised Portland. Most of my adult life was in Seattle, Washington. I never left the coast. That was it for me. 2 years ago, I was guided to come for a visit to Santa Fe, New Mexico. A friend had offered, hey, does anybody want to come house sit for a little while I'm on this like really long road trip? Oh, thank you, Christine. I'll talk about that. let me tell you that humans, and especially organic DNA'd human, heart-centered beings, even if they're programmed, because I was heavily programmed. I've always been a heart-centered being, but I was heavily, heavily programmed. So I was cut off from my own source. I was operating out of my belief system programs. I was operating out of how the Matrix told me I should behave. And then I woke up and I had to integrate my actual aspect, my truth aspect, my high self. Wherever we are born, we are linked on that grid, on that earth grid. Nothing in the physical, they keep us in the physical, which is a box. It's a very small box. Nothing in the physical is as it seems. Okay? Everything is energetic, every single thing. So until you can scan out of your own physical box and understand the energetics of the earth, the planet, everything, the frequency that people are outputting, then you're programmed and you have no hope, honestly. You will be housed by another soul. They will overtake your avatar. I have seen people be overtaken in their avatars. In my family. I grew up with it. And I always knew from a kid, when I was a very innocent baby child, I knew that this ain't right. I don't know how I'm in this family. I don't know how I got dumped off here. Like, hello, when are people gonna come get me? But I had to endure. And then because I was born in that family, I adopted, and it was written. It is written. It's all written. It was written in my DNA. So then when I woke up, I had to take responsibility for what is in my DNA via my own intake. We are all responsible for what's in our DNA, regardless of the abuse that has happened to us, regardless. This is called being grown. This is called, if you want to ascend, you have to ascend from within, period. You have to take your responsibility. This is what being grown is. And you can see how society is a bunch of toddlers hyped up on sugar. Probably Skittles. Poisonous fucking sugar. That is how society operates right now. People are losing their motherfucking shit. They're shooting up everything everywhere. My 17-year-old son, who still resides in the Seattle area, he can't even go to a house party. This child lives in a very upper echelon, very expensive housing market, very, bougie suburb north of Seattle. And he can't go to a party because all these MFers are packing. All of these MFers are packing. All of them. A friend of mine has a son, same age, up here in Taos. I'm in Santa Fe currently, New Mexico. I'll get back to that story. I squirreled. I sidetracked. It's gang wars. That's what the high school is. It is gang wars. These are children. These are children packing, shooting other children in the face. Gang wars. This is what's happening on our earth right now. And people want to love and light it away. Just focus on the love, focus on the light. Okay. But if you're not aware of the demonology, if you're not aware that there are other beings on this earth menacing humans, inhabiting the disembodied, you don't know shit. And also, you're probably inhabited. I have a million stories. I have a friend group here in Santa Fe listen, I started to say I was in the PNW my whole life, been in New Mexico 2 years. This place has killed me. This winter, I thought I was dead. I wrote a will. I packed my personal belongings. And I put a phone number. If you find this bin of personal belongings, call this person and this person will take care of it. I thought my physical body was actually going to drop. I thought that was it. And on this ascension path, it is death after death, because you have to die to every belief system, because the belief systems that we are programmed with are false. They're fake. I even, like, listen, when I woke up, I leaned on the spiritual community. That was the community that understood me. And I didn't know any better at the time. I didn't have my full sight. I was purging a lot. You have to integrate, and you have to integrate very slowly. Otherwise, you will lose your physical body. When you purge programs out of your body, you have to rest and recuperate, because your entire brain is getting reworked right now. My entire brain has been reworked over and over and over and over and over. This winter, I thought it was done. I thought it was done. I thought, okay, this is when I drop my body. This is the final death. But no, I'm still here. So let me tell you, I have dropped all of the spiritual community bullshit. It's all bullshit. Crystals. I was really dependent on my crystals, and I could feel into all my crystals. And I was obsessed. I bought probably thousands of dollars worth of crystals. Okay? It's just another consumerism. Matrix consumerism. Listen, the Matrix has a hold on every single thing. Every single thing. I still have my crystals. I actually know how I work with crystals, and I actually do give crystals to specific people that do need protection, because this is underground shit. This isn't spiritual community surface level shit. This is underground. This is the real. But I don't attach to them anymore. You can't attach to any of it. They can... What led to my grand detachment is in Portland, I had all my belongings in a storage unit. This is a longer story, but I'm just going to give you the cliff notes. I had all my belongings in a storage unit in Portland before I came to Santa Fe. And I was holding on. I had these items in storage for years because I thought someday, you know, I'm going to be able to use my shit again or have what I used to have in the Matrix. Nah. When you're on the true path, you don't get to have things in the Matrix. When you leave the Matrix and when you see it for what it is, it kicks you out. It's like, no, bitch, you're done playing. What, you can't be manipulated anymore? You don't want to pay our taxes? You don't want to be a slave to our jobs anymore? To the corpse, the corporations, the corpse, C-O-R-P-S-E, dead entities? Then you don't get to play. And you don't get the rewards. Okay? So, I had my storage at a U-Haul storage facility. Everybody knows U-Haul. They're all over America. Moving trucks, but they also have storage facilities. I knew these motherfuckers were crooked and dirty as shit. And one day, I come to my storage unit. The lock has been cut with bolt cutters. I open it up, and my shit is gone. All of my shit. All of my possessions that I had been holding on to for 6 years. All of it. Some asshole loaded it all up in a van. That included all of my identity at the time, my passport, my birth certificate. I had everything in there. All of my crystal babies. They took all, you know, all my shit. All my shit that I thought made me, that I valued, gone in an instant. And Mr. U-Haul himself, whatever the hell his name is, the CEO, the owner and CEO, I started Googling and researching. He put his personal phone number in an article. He said, I guarantee my stuff so much that here's my personal phone number. If you ever have an issue, call me. Ring, ring, motherfucker. Do you think this guy gave a fuck that there is a ring operating at one of his storage units? I wasn't the only one to get hit. They hit them every night. They have cameras. They have overnight employees. It's the employees who are doing it. This is not difficult to figure out. I confronted one of them. He couldn't lie to me. I knew who he was. I knew he was involved. You can't lie. When you are open, you see forward and back. I have x-ray vision. I see forward and back in this matrix. I know who's who, what's what, who's doing what and when. And so I tell the CEO, here's the entire story. Here's the employee who did it. Do you think anything ever got done? Nope. Do you think the police ever found anything or anybody? Hell no. Hell no. This is a matrix operation. The only thing that we can do if we want to exit is detach from everything. It is not a part of us. So I detached. And I sold the rest, like I had a bunch of big furniture in there that I'd been holding on to. You know, hopefully someday I can have a house of my own again and have this beautiful furniture, this, you know, this sectional that I paid $2,000 for. This gorgeous brand new sectional. Nope. Sold it for $800. There you go, honey. I used it for 9 months. Nothing fucking matters when they can take everything from you. And they show us through entertainment how they take everything from us. This is a realm of manipulation and abuse. Abuse constantly. Okay, I was talking earlier about psychic attacks and the meddlers. Last week, what are we? We're on a Monday. The last 2 weeks have been heightened. Everybody up in my DMs. When shit goes awry, people come up in my DMs. They know that mama knows. Okay? Listen, you can't go ask these other, love and lighters what's going on with the dark, with these spiritual attacks, with the abuse, with the manipulation. They're going to love and light it and drum it away and maybe sing a song for you. Okay? Everybody up in my DMs. So I need to talk about this. What has happened is that people have sold their soul in many, many ways through the consent, contracts. And so when you sell your soul, you are an uninhabited avatar. And any spirit can jump on in. There's also a technology called consciousness transfer, which I'm not going to talk about it. I hold so much knowledge that I'm not going to put it in the public. It's not for the many. It's for the very, very, very few who can grasp these concepts. It's taken me many, many years to grasp this, and it's because it's not me. I am not who I once was. I myself had a consciousness transfer. I'm going to just leave it at that. I think Monica, my Swedish friend, is watching still. I don't know if she was. She was my best friend in Seattle for many years. So she can attest that the person that I once was is not who speaks to you now. Anyway, so the meddlers are out in full force. People have sold their soul. And good old CERN, you guys know CERN, C-E-R-N, who is out of Switzerland, I believe. You know, CERN started the World Wide Web. You know that we live in a web of consciousness, otherwise known as the Matrix. This is a web of lies and deceit. This is a playground for the dark ones. This is not a playground for the ones of the light. This is where they produce all of their entertainment. This is where they produce all of their portals and doorways. Like The Doors, the band, People Are Strange. These bands that people worship, they are portals, they are doorways. When you worship or worship, as I call it, W-H-O-R-E, when you worship someone outside of self, you consent to being a portal and a doorway for what those beings are inhabiting. You have to shut your own shit down. If you do not want to get psychically attacked, you have to shut it all down within yourself. You have to see who's who, what's what, and do not consent. See it for what it is. Sure, if you still like a movie or you like a band and you like a group and you want to jam to them, I'm super into music. You just have to know what you're consenting to and rebuke any kind of theta mind mapping. We are all mind mapped. The true process of purification is unmapping the external influence. Tapping into your heart center and your own DNA. God is not found in a doctrine. God is not some dude in the sky. Okay? It's written. Everything is written, you guys. It is written. It is written in your DNA. All of it. Quit playing the fool. Quit playing the fool with fools. I call it the sandbox or the shallow end. There's a lot of analogies I use. But my most favorite analogy that I've been using is actually it's a kitty litter box full of cat shit. Get out of the cat shit. Why would you even put yourself in that box? Why? Why would you play with cat turds? Why? Love yourself enough to detach from that what hurts you, abuses you, manipulates you, and programs you. This is only a message for the divine, from the divine, through the divine, period. We have to take personal responsibility for what we are consenting to. We are approaching dark times. We have been in the darkness. We have been in such darkness, but it had not been revealed. We are in the time of revelations. And if you are not prepared, and if you are not doing the internal work on your mind, body, spirit, and soul, the shit that you are about to see go down on this earth will fry your brain. It will fry you. I made a post in August of 2020 about what's about to go down on earth. I am always 2 years ahead. I just saw that memory and I thought, I don't know if I can repost this. I still don't know that people are understanding what's happening. We are at the end of an age. That is why planetary takeover is happening with a virus. It is a ruse, an R-U-S-E. Etymology matters. They speak spells. Listen to the words that they speak. I ask Google every day. What's the definition of ruse?
Here's the definition of ruse. An action intended to deceive someone, a trick.
Listen, this bitch will tell you. This Google hoe will tell you whatever you need. Listen to the words that they speak. When you're watching a movie and there's a book on the shelf, or there's a writing on the wall, or there's an art piece, look it up. Look it up. You're being programmed. I look up shit all the time. It's part of the puzzle. When people speak, when these dum-dums, the government, you know what government means, mind control, right? Right? We're on the same page about that? These are not humans. These are beings at the top of the matrix structure, which is the control system. Okay? So when these dum-dums get up to speak, these, whatever you want to call them, clones, uninhabited avatars, demon-possessed motherfuckers, whatever you want to call them. Same, but different. Listen, there is consciousness technology happening on Earth. It happens on the dark side, it happens on the light side. I understand all the technology. I am technology. I am technology. I understand what they do. So when these dum-dums want to stand up on a podium and pontificate, just as I'm pontificating now, you got to know what you're ingesting. You have to know how to decipher the frequency of truth. And when they drop weird words or they make a mistake and say something different, or like when the last trumpet, the MAGA, who people believe is here to save the world, I got news for you mofos. Y'all need to get woke to that shit. Anyone at the top of the matrix financial structure is a dark being. Period. It don't matter what side they're on. It's the same fucking coin. Y'all need to wake up. Take responsibility for your belief systems, for your worship, for your idolatry. Who do you worship? Who do you idolize? Who do you think is coming to save you? Jesus? Wait, I think Jesus was only coming for his people. Pray tell, are you a purified vessel like your Jesus is? These mofos out here waiting for the rapture. Okay. TikTok mofos. Can't wait to see how your rapture goes. I just squirreled myself. I was on a train and then I went somewhere else. But anyway, take responsibility for who you are. Back to the last trumpet. When he said kofefe, and the world was up in arms. Oh, that's not even a word. He's glitching. Every single thing that they say is written. There are no coincidences. It's a web. It's a worldwide web full of portals and doors and mirrors. We live in technology. The physical reality that they keep people plugged into is entertainment. It's for entertainment purposes only, as is your tarot. If you want to watch 2 years worth of women doing tarot reads because you want to know about your twin flame and your next love, that is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing will ever come true. None of it. None of it. On the grand scale. If you want to pull yourself a card here and there, whatever. Use your tools, but know what you're buying into and don't sink yourself into somebody else's frequency who's getting money hand over fist for it. Okay? So back to psychic attacks and meddlers. They are dangerous. There are dangerous people on Earth. They are not people. They are beings. There are very, very, very dangerous beings on Earth. A friend of mine just got duped by one who's been in the industry for 25 years. He's been in the spiritual industry, corpse, dead entity for 25 years. Scamming people out of money. My friend is a Lyft driver. Picked him and his posse up in Santa Fe, New Mexico. By the way, Santa Fe, New Mexico is the devil's playground. If you come to New Mexico, you need to be prepared. The demons will come for you. And they are everywhere. And they are hidden in plain sight. This place, specifically where I live in Santa Fe, this place is home to dastardly mass murders of indigenous people. It is home to bloodletting. It is home to cannibalism. It is home to Catholic colonizers. It is home to the Spaniards and Rome. It is dastardly as fuck. It's a demon portal. I got relocated here energetically so that I can do the undercover underground work that I do on the down low. And this place has killed me over and over and over and over again. I lost all my possessions in Portland. I came here with a couple suitcases, and I'm still here. I never left. They call it the land of entrapment, and that is for a very good reason. This land will either bring you in or it will kick you out. A friend of mine who came at the same time for a visit got shot at, so he got kicked out. I have been welcomed in, but that's because I had grid work to do here along the entire state. Very specific grid work. This is very underground shit. Most people don't know about the ones like me on the earth right now and what we are doing on this earth right now to combat what the dark are doing. When my friend picked up this demon mofo in his lift, and then he told me about who he was after he figured it out, and after he told me that he dropped this demon fuck off in Las Vegas, there is a Las Vegas, New Mexico. It is a sister city energetically to Las Vegas, Nevada. Sin City. These are demon portals, you guys. You have no idea energetically what happens, what goes on. Dark beings grid the land and they steal people's money in the name of the work. So my friend drops this dude off and his posse in Las Vegas, and I knew as soon as he texted me, he's like, something's up. Listen, my people know who they call when weird shit goes down. So he's like, wow, I kind of just got duped by this dude, and I started looking into him and his work because he was telling me all about his work. So my friend shared the work with me, and I was like, this motherfucker, I could see it. This is the thing with me. I see the chain of the energetic. I knew who he was, I knew who his people were, and I knew what they were doing and where they were doing it. Okay? So let's say last week, that was on a Tuesday, I got that text. By Thursday, my friend calls me. It's nearly 11 o'clock at night. No, it's probably 10. 10 o'clock at night, the phone's ringing. He's like, something really bad is happening. I can feel it. There's an attack. And his friend, I'm not going to tell details, his friend that was staying with him had been getting attacked for days. And it is because when he first texted me on Tuesday, and he didn't tell me the full story at the time, I said, you need to tell the authorities. This person is wanted in many states. You need to tell the authorities where you took them. This is your duty. Most people don't want to get involved. This is the problem right now. There is fuckery abound, and most people will stand by and watch it happen right in front of them. They won't do shit. People are too paralyzed to do anything to help another person. And I'll tell you my own story about that recently. The meddlers, the demons. So I tell him, it is your duty. You have to do this because I am righteous. I am righteous in my own template. This is not biblical. This is not Jesus. This is not the Lord. This is not some doctrine. This is embedded in my DNA. When you are righteous, you always do the right thing. You live in your truth. You live in integrity. And if you see something wrong, you right that wrong, period. Immediately. So I tell him, this is your duty. You have to right this wrong. The most recent website, there's a website dedicated to this scammer. He scammed a family out of 300 grand. 300 grand. First of all, who in their fucking right mind gives 300 grand to anybody claiming to be a spiritual motherfucking guru? That is horseshit. WHORE. Quit worshiping false idols. Take responsibility. Worship your own template. Cover your own heart. Build your own heart. You don't need these fuckers. These fuckers are fake. Okay? All right. I can see this shit a mile away. My friend did not even need to tell me what was going on. All he did was tell me A, B, and C, and I saw the whole fucking thing. I saw it. When you operate at this level, when you are wide open in your eye, you see it coming and going. You see it forward and backwards. There is no hiding frequency. Okay? So, he called the authorities. So the authorities did a little check-in on these people on probably Tuesday, maybe Wednesday morning. By Thursday, my friend and his friend staying with him were in a full-blown psychic attack. Medical emergency psychic attack. The ambulance had to be called. Psychic attack. This is where we're at on Earth right now. My situation, I had to get fingerprinted. I'm not going to jail. I was getting fingerprinted for a state test that I needed to take. And I walk in, I just had to go to a UPS store. Just your neighborhood UPS station where you go ship your fucking packages and make some copies on a copy machine. So I go in, I walk in. As soon as I see this dude behind the counter, I said, this is not going to be good. I see them. I see these people. We are in Revelations. If you have your third eye open, you can see who is inhabiting these avatars. People are not people. There are beings in them. Those are the meddlers. Some are meddlers, parasites. They just want to kind of like cause chaos, but they're not going to physically harm you. The ones who want to physically harm you are the demons. And I walked in, I said, oh, look at that demon. And you know what he had? You know the Cheshire cat with the teeth that go all the way up? A full fucking face of teeth is reptilian, you guys. That's why the Cheshire cat has that. This is how they embed the symbolism in you. And then they market it to you, and then you buy and you like wear the t-shirt of the Cheshire cat because it's just so cute and it's just such a funny little cat. You don't know what you are consenting to. You have been conned. You are now worshiping the upside down. You are now worshiping the beings that abuse you. So this bro had a fucking tattoo all around his neck of the teeth. I got one look at him and I was like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. This is going to be trouble because they know who I am and I know who they are. And I'm in battle every day. This is why I don't leave the fucking house. Okay? Except to go to the grocery. And even that's drama. So he's behind the counter with another woman doing UPS package shipping. I am over on a different section of the store. There is a laptop and then a little device where you have to like roll your finger and put your little fingerprints in the computer. There's two women in front of me. I watch these women go. You know, the other woman working is just doing the thing. And anytime she needed to tell them, like, okay, you need to roll your finger, she would just herself put it on her desk and say, watch my finger, roll it like this. Okay? So the woman in front of me is elderly, quite elderly. So she needed something else done when she was completed. So that woman takes the elderly woman up to the front to do something else. And I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good. So I'm sitting there waiting my turn. And here he goes, oh, hi, I can help you. I knew it. Fucking called it. And so I stand over. Now I've been watching two women do this before me. This demon grabs my wrist. Touches me without warning and without my consent. He did not ask me. He just reached down and he grabbed me very hard and like put my hand, you have to like whatever, put like slam my hand on the thing, grabbed my other wrist, and I was like, Excuse me. I don't like people touching me. Please do not touch me. I mean, you guys already know what's going to happen. You already know. Huff, puff, puff, here he comes. What's your problem? And he causes the biggest ruckus in the store. And I've got my hands up like this. And I said, I just watched 2 women go in front of me. Nobody needs to be touching anything. You didn't even communicate to me. I don't like to be touched. I do not want you touching me. Because demons want to get your energy. So when they touch you, what do you think is the exchange? I saw this coming a mile away, this motherfucker. Okay? This is what they're doing to people. They need energy. It's a feeding frenzy. So he huffs and puffs, and I'm like, listen, and I'm like asking these 2 other workers, like, excuse me, can you guys help me? And there's probably 10 customers in this store. Do you think one person said anything? Nope. I was the only one sticking up for myself. And I always stick up for myself because I've dealt with this my whole life. We are hunted. The ones with this DNA, we are hunted. We are not welcome here. We are the infiltrators. We are infiltrating their realm of control. We are rewriting their dark shit. Going back to my friend, that bro that he dropped off in Las Vegas, New Mexico. He told me, the guy told him where he was going to do his spiritual research work. Historical research is what he calls it. Historical research. He's seeking a seal. He's seeking one of the God seals. Okay. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, these Christians, they fucking kill me. They are just... Oh. So anyway, I already know what the fuck is going on. I know that he's going to specific energetic points to meddle with the energetics. And that is why I am here. I hold the energetics, I toe the line, I rewrite the ley lines, I rewrite the energetic lines. And then these fuckers come up behind me, they're like, the fuck you are. We're going to keep our matrix intact. Okay? What's happening to people right now, they have no sense of self. They have lost themselves. They are so controlled and abused from the last 2 years of planetary takeover and a silencing ritual. That's a slave ritual, by the way. So if you want to be enslaved, you can consent to your own demise. I do not consent. I do not play matrix games. I have been chased out of stores. I have been video recorded. I have been berated. For people who worship the system. They worship the negative alien beings who are taking over this planet. Do you think they're working on their purification? Do you think that they know that they are programmed and are holding on to dastardly belief systems that aren't even theirs? Anyone holding on to their comforts, your comforts can be taken away from you at any time, and this is the lesson I had to learn over and over and over and over. Anytime I got comfortable, fuck no. If you're living in comforts, I hope you are stocked up on water and food. And your money will not help you with what's coming down the pipe. If you think you are comfortable with your money, money is a consent system. Money is a reversal consent system. This is how they beam people with EMFs, with 5G. I have been attacked through my phone with a frequency so intense that it collapsed me and I started throwing up. It retarded my body. I had no autonomy over my body. This is what these frequencies are doing to people. So when you have a woman in a UPS store and a man towering over her with his chest puffed out going, "What's your fucking problem, bitch?" Okay, this is how he's talking to me. He's an employee of UPS. Okay, And not one person says anything. Not one person interjects, not one person intervenes. Okay? This is what we're dealing with. I talked earlier on the feed about everybody shooting everybody up. It's the wild, wild west everywhere. You can't go to a Seattle club without a shooting. You cannot go to a teenage party in Seattle without a shooting. You cannot go to a teenage party in the state of New Mexico without a shooting. We are in a war. We have been in a war. This is an ancient war. This is an ancient war of deities that people don't even understand. And we are at the end of the age. We are at the end. They will pull out all their stops. It started with the corona. The corona is the crown. They have dethroned you with their ruse, their virus. They have dethroned you with silencing you with a mask over your fucking breathing hole. What else do you want to know? Let's see. Stars are portals. Stars are not stars in the sky. Stars are portals. That is how they beam technology into Earth. And they beam it. That's why they call actors stars. They're portals. They're dark demon fucking portals. All they do is spew babble. Actors are liars. If you are not speaking in your integrity and your full truth, then you're a fucking liar. There is no such thing as entertainment. Actors are liars. All they do is spew babble. This is not of the organic template. That is of the inorganic template. That is of the upside down. When you watch the beginning of a movie and they show you who the production companies are, they show you the fucking technology. It's in their logos. This old movie, this old Swedish movie that I just watched, The 11th Seal or something about the 11th Seal. It's in the 60s. Some famous Swedish guy from the 60s is in it. It's horrendous. It's all horrendous. It's all fucking horrendous. But this is how I decode everything. This is how I know what they're telling people and how they program people. Is I watch what they say. I watch what they do. But in the very beginning of, I believe it was that movie. I just watched The Arrival also. That was a, oh no, it was in The Arrival. This was a 1996 or 8 Charlie Sheen movie before he was a psychopath, before they got to him. Because they all sell their souls. They don't start out dastardly, but they all end dastardly. Trust that. In the very beginning, it was a star constellation. You know how they just kind of show, it's like a 30-second thing of like MGM Grand or Paramount Pictures, right? So I'm looking, I'm like, oh, I know that star constellation. And they show the constellation and then it like turns and then all the stars turn into a circle and then it's Orion. And I was like, oh, there it is. You guys understand? The Orion star is the portal of this technology, of this reversal black box technology. They tell us every single thing. We're just too dumbed down to see it. The Orion Wars, many doctrines on that. Okay? They got you worshiping things you have no idea about. And then you go, you pay for the movie, you pay your consent fee to be riddled with demons, to be used as a portal for that narrative. You pay for it. And then you ingest their shit food if you go to a theater for $30. Okay? That's the con. That's the consent. And then if you really dig it, maybe you'll buy the book if it's based on a book. Maybe you'll buy the t-shirt and the hat. And then you'll, talk to your friends about it. Listen, I was in the Twilight world. I was in Twilight. Like, that was my shit before I got deprogrammed. Watch that now. Watch it now, but scan it way the fuck out. Okay. None of this is entertainment. It's a portal. So what are you consenting to? What are you ingesting? When you open yourself to dark portals, you open yourself to psychic attacks and demonic energies. Does your Bible tell you that? Does your Bible tell you that? Does the Talmud tell you that? Do any of these doctrines that people worship tell them that? Tell them how energy actually works upon this earth? This is why people are lost in the sauce. This is why when you have a man berating a woman who is up with her hand saying, please don't touch me, not one person comes to bat for her. This is why when you consent and you give a person a ride in a lift and then you pay for them, my friend consented through paying, loaning them money in which they were going to pay them back double. Money is the portal. And then he and his friend got so psychically attacked that it was a medical emergency. Somebody slipped into a diabetic coma. And when he was on the phone with me saying, help me, you're the only one that understands what goes on, truly, in the underworld, I could see it. I said, they're trying to take her soul. They're trying to take her. I had to go into ritual. I have my own ways. It's very underground. It's very secret. It's very sacred. I had to go in on an energetic level in a different realm and assist with this to break this as the ambulance came and had to assist this girl. This is what's happening on earth. If you are not strong in yourself, you will get lost in the sauce. You will get pushed out with the tsunami. You are in too deep. This is shark territory. We are not in the shallows. That's why I say, I don't know who wants to, it's not even a sandbox anymore. Who wants to play on the sand in the sandbox? You're sitting in kitty litter shit. This is the deep end full of sharks. You take utter responsibility for your energetics and what you are being conned into through your consent and where you put your money. And when you open yourself up in that manner, you get to get fucked with. That's how that works. That's how this shit works in this realm. We are in hell. In case you don't know, we are in hell. We are in an insane asylum. And the doctors doing the experiments on the insane patients are running the ward. Hello, government. If it's not obvious now in the last 2 years, what's about to go down is going to really shock you. The only thing anyone should be doing at this time is cleaning and clearing their own energetics, their own programs, their own traumas, their own emotional hangups. We have all been abused horribly. And we have to take responsibility for how that has transformed us and rewrite our own DNA. The ones who came before us, who were also abused, tormented, manipulated, that is also embedded in their DNA. So when they decide to bring a soul into the planet through the Stargate, the only way to get a soul on this planet is through a Stargate. Do you guys understand what the womb technology is? It's not physical. You are housing a soul that is not from here in your womb technology. Do people understand this, what this is? This is a realm of technology. This is not physical. So when you choose to house a new soul in your womb technology and partner with somebody who also has their technology embedded in their sperm, that soul inherits your DNA, the woman's DNA, and the man's DNA. Congratulations! Look at this plate full of shit. Look at all this trauma that you get to have. Look at all this abuse that our entire lineage of ancestors has dealt with. Congratulations! Now it's yours. Deal with it. Goodbye. And then they take the mothers have to go to work because you need 2 incomes. So nobody's raising the child. Nobody's raising this little baby that's pure technology. Somebody else is, or the TV is, or whatever. Nobody's taking responsibility for the fact that they just embedded their DNA into another human that is now going to inhabit this land for maybe 80 years. Okay? So, your only responsibility on this earth is to clean and clear your DNA so that the ones coming after you and the ones that came before you can be purified through your vessel. This is my job in this incarnation. I didn't know it because, as I said earlier, I was programmed. I was lost in the sauce. I was a programmed drone of a human. I was traumatized. I was abused. Shit happened to me all the time. I was attacked constantly, energetically, psychically attacked. Because people don't understand the energetics. My family certainly did not. It had to be learned. Sorry, I have hair all over the goddamn place. This fucking hair. I had to learn. And once I learned, then it was my responsibility. I couldn't blame anybody anymore. I could blame people because people have done some pretty fucked up shit to me. And they continue to. I'm just trying to go get a fingerprint taken. And a motherfucking demon wants to put his hands on me. This is the world we're living in. And people accept it. This bro was a reptilian through and through. And I could see it. And I knew he was going to fuck with me. Because that's what they do. What they don't understand is that once that situation is done, I have ways of taking care of them. Because everything is energetic. It's not that I want to get fucked with. I do not want this in my day. But this is what my days consist of. These days. Actually, my whole life. I just didn't understand it. My whole life. And probably you guys too. Because we were not woke to it. The ones who came before us did not understand what is actually happening on this planet. But we are in the time of revelations. And the revelations in their doctrine, they wrote it out for us. We already know what's coming. They wrote it out. This says it is written. Every fucking thing is written. And this is alchemy. It's not AA. It's alchemy. Okay? We are here to alchemize our own DNA. Period. We are here to alchemize all of the programs that we were subjected to. We are here to alchemize everything that we have been conned into via our consent, via exchange of money. How you guys who joined? I'm getting in a roll. When I get in my firm and I start swearing and shit. It's just the zone I go into. It's my template. And all I can be is my template. And I have had to get rid of all the programming that did not allow me to be this template. So, if you guys ever need support because shit is weird, and all these love and lighters don't know what the fuck's going on, they want to take your money and sing you a song or sell you a crystal or whatever, you know who to call. The real reals hold a specific vibration and frequency. They know who I am, I know who they are. We find each other by miraculous means. Through the www, through the web that they have weaved to abuse and manipulate us. Somehow, some way we have found each other. Somehow, some way we understand each other. Somehow, some way we percolate another. I forget what I used to call this woman, but before my consciousness transfer technology happened in 2017, I found a woman online. She was the only one that really understood what was going on with me. She is so underground, people know nothing about her. She's poor as shit. We're all poor as shit. Anybody at the top of the money structure is a fake motherfucker. These people have sold themselves. They don't even inhabit their fucking avatar. You know the real reals because they're at the bottom of the matrix structure, because they don't play those games. They don't play those games, and they don't win the stupid prizes. However, we are in the upside down. So we are at the bottom of the inverted pyramid. This shit is about to turn right side up. And guess where the fuck we will be? We are right here, motherfuckers. So I bide my time. I write my words. I purify my body. I understand my own programming. I understand the matrix. I research doctrine. I research etymology. I research words. I watch and observe. And I make me the best that I am. I bring out my full template to the best of my ability. Because once shit flips, it's fucking go time. And we will be ready. The ones like us will be ready. And guess who will be lost in the sauce? All those spiritual mofos that have garnered your fucking cash for fake shit. If people are not talking about purification, deprogramming, cleaning and clearing your energetic body, they don't know what the fuck's going on this planet, period. We are in the deep end. We are swimming with motherfucking sharks. So you either become the shark, you become one of them little sucker fishes that attaches to the shark, or you get the fuck out of the way because you will be devoured by the shark. And this goes dark and light. The sharks of the light are devouring the dark, and vice versa. We are at the pinnacle of the clash of polarity. It has been, actually the dark has been, they've had a hold. They've had the stronghold. The ones like me that came in for this, we came in for this, for the end of the age, for the transition. When this polarity clashes, as it is right now, when the final polarity clashes, shit will change in a blink of a motherfucking eye. But guess what? They're going to play out their doctrine until the last second. So go read their doctrine, go read their playbook, because they wrote it all out. Boop, 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 boop. It is written. It's all fucking written. It all is. If you understand how to decode this shit, then you already know. All right, you guys. I feel like I'm wrapping up. I've talked a long time. My other camera that I have going says an hour and 37 minutes. Christine, I'm going through, yeah, Christine, yeah. You know what's going on. Okay, how do we stop the psychic attacks? We have to really analyze where we're consenting, where we're putting our money and our energy. Are we letting them in the front door, or are they sneaking in the back door? They'll always sneak in the back door. Listen, I will say this. I opened myself up to a demon attack because I went into the matrix to get fingerprints for a job. Okay? This was an exercise that I was put through. I consented. When you consent in that manner, whoever is running the fingerprint place, whoever receives the fingerprints on the other side, they all have control over you now. They can deem my fingerprints, you know, maybe I have a similar fingerprint as a mass murderer. And they're like, oh shit, let's go fucking arrest her because her fingerprints are blah, blah, blah. You never know. When you play Matrix games, you win Matrix prizes. So as soon as I saw that motherfucker, I should have turned and walked the other way. But I was like, nope. I'm going to hold steady. And I'm going to see what the fuck goes down. Well, what the fuck went down? He put his hands on me. This is what they do. And not one mofo in that entire joint said anything. They don't want to get involved. It's very scary. So what we are dealing with is slaves. We are in a slave society. And most people didn't understand it until 2 years ago. And if you still don't understand it after what they have put you through the last 2 years, goodbye. Because we're at the end of the age. You will not make the right side up. You are so stuck in the reversal that you will perish with the reversal. The reversal is perishing. That's why they're pulling out all the stops. That's why everybody is shooting everybody right now. That's why cars are being driven through garages, crowds of people. If you want to put yourself in a public place, you are playing a Matrix game and you might win that prize. You might win that prize of getting shot up. My teenage children cannot even go to a house party. They can't do shit. Because everybody, all these kids are out there packing. And every party, there is a shooting. Whether somebody gets shot or not, a gun is fired. So if you are still stuck in love and light and you don't understand the state of this world and what the fuck is actually going on, you ain't gonna make the transition. So you can just blissfully dance and sing your way into hell. If you want to live righteously, if you want to purify your energetic body, you have got to stand up for what's right and good, and you have got to fight for it. First, fight for yourself. First, fight for your own DNA. First, rewrite your own DNA. Fight to rewrite your own programming. It is the narrow path for a reason. This is why they call it the narrow path. Your comforts cannot come along on this path with you. So if you love your comforts, if you are attached to your comforts, if you're attached to your money, you ain't gonna make it, bro. The government's about to take every motherfucking thing that anybody owns. They don't even want people to own a car. TikTok. That's why they fucking brought out the app called TikTok, you dum-dums. Sorry, I get so... You guys that are watching are not dum-dums. I'm talking to the general populace of the actual retards. The ones who are retarded in their minds. Look up the definition. It's not derogatory. It's literal. These people's minds are retarded. They are flapping around in the kitty litter box eating cat shit when they are swimming with sharks. They have no fucking clue. Wow. I guess I needed to really just say this on the internet. It's been bubbling. I mean, this is my life. This is when I talk to people. When people call me, listen, I told you, people up in my DMs all the fucking time. They want to know what I mean about my stories. They want me to explain. You want me to explain 1,000,000 years of knowledge that is embedded in my DNA on Messenger. Show some motherfucking respect. I refuse to play into this any longer. People need to do their own research. You need to do your own work. I didn't have anybody holding my hand. The world punched me in the face every step of the way for me to get here. I have lost everything. Everything. So you want me to just casually explain to you in my DMs? Show some fucking respect. Put a Venmo on it. Put a PayPal on it. You want to contract with me? Then let's contract in the way the world needs to be contracted at this moment. You want to exchange with me? What do you have to exchange with me? I will put out the content that I want to put out when I want to. Period. You can ingest the content that I choose to put out, or you can choose not to. But this will be respected. This is ancient. I am ancient. My soul aspect is ancient as fuck. That's how I know this shit. That's how I see forward and backwards. That's how I know what's coming down the pipe. That's how I know when people call me and they say, I got a fucking problem, I can see it. I can see it. I can see the whole fucking workings of it. Put some motherfucking respect on this. And this goes for my sisters. And my sisters know who they are. We know who each other is. We hold the same template. It is organic. And we have been through hell and back. And the ones that I talk to, the very, very few sisters that I allow in my energetic field, we all go through the same shit. They know what goes on. They see what goes on. We are warred upon continuously, especially the women and the mothers. It's cute. It's very cute how the Christian and Catholic doctrine want to tell you that it's the Father. That's adorable. That's real fucking cute. Remember how the Father got here? Remember I was just talking about womb portal technology? Women didn't come from some bro's motherfucking rib. Are these people fucking Looney Tune? These people are fucking Looney Tune. Let's just put an exclamation point on that. It's not even a question. This is a loony fucking bin. Okay? Where's the mother? Where's the God S? S is the essence of God. S is the essence of source. Exactly. Fark the Catholics. That's exactly right. I mean, this video will probably get taken down because of all my F-bombs and whatnot. So I'm probably going to have to find, get a Twitch channel or wherever you can speak freely with the fire. Bring the fire and bring the pure template. This is my template. I swear, up one side, down the other. It's trash, but it's what it is. It's how I emphasize and get my point across. It's part of my fire. It's part of my template. I don't ever question myself. I don't ever even think down on myself? Never. Why would I? I am the essence of God. I am a goddess. And that is because I have been purified. That is because I have lost everything over and over and over. I have been stripped of everything until I only had me. Over and over and over. When you only have you, you are fucking unstoppable. When I tell you I have lost everything, I am not kidding. And yet I rise. She is risen. She is standing right the fuck here in front of you. And people don't want to put any respect on it. So until the true templates come in with their fire and they burn down all the bullshit and they tell you in your eyes who the fuck they are and what the fuck is going on this planet and what you need to do to excel in this process, it's entertainment, it's fakery, it's fuckery. You just wait. If you have not lost your comforts yet, if you have not suffered a big loss yet, it is coming for you because we are in the end times. You cannot take anything with you. Not one thing. This is a demon realm. We are in hell. We are in an insane asylum. It is an experimentation on humanity. That is why we have the medical system. They experiment on human avatars. And they also inhabit human avatars and take over their consciousness. When they bring the dark ones in through their portals and their doors and their mirrors, through their stars, through their Hollywood stars, their music stars, who all took the jungle juice. Anyone who took the jungle juice cannot be trusted. They are now inhabited by something other than self. So if you run around in a friend group like I did here in Santa Fe in the devil's motherfucking playground, this is the devil's motherfucking playground. This New Mexico shit is no fucking joke. When you come here, prepare to die. You die to yourself. Over and over. And then you have friend groups who are love and lighters and have very successful lady consulting businesses and feminine power and, lead meditations. They lead people into their consciousness and accept money for it. And they are running the reversal template. When you consent, when you get conned, and you exchange money with somebody who's running the reversal template, you give them free reign to your energetic body. In whatever way. My friend Dana, my sister Dana, she calls it the troll toll. You play with trolls, you pay the troll. Play Matrix games, win Matrix prizes. You have to take responsibility. Yeah, Christine says love and lighters like this are slowing down our works. Yes and no. They're just distraction tactics. They can't stop what's coming. They can't come up against the fire. They cannot come up against the volcano. The reals are a volcanic template. Volcanoes are pure destruction and pure creation. We are here to destroy the old, and we will create the new. This is why I don't fuck with any love and lighters. I can spot them a mile away. And that is the majority of the spiritual community. It's just all entertainment. Is anybody telling you about psychic attacks, demons inhabiting bodies, what the jungle juice really is, that the masks on your fucking face are an ancient ritual technique to silence you? If people are not touching on these real subjects about how to unenslave yourself from this matrix, they are a motherfucking fake. They're a part of the fabric. Listen, I loved Deepak Chopra back when I was a dumb, sleepy head. I went and saw this guy speak. I bought 3 of his books and had every single one of them signed. Deepak was the fucking shit. Till that little bitch got the fucking jungle juice on TV. Okay? This place is not what it seems. Wake up. You're in the deep end swimming with sharks. Anyone who got the jungle juice is toast. And only time will tell. Only time will tell. If you need proof via seeing with your physical eyes, only time will tell. If you already know the truth with your actual eye, you already know. You already know. This is my Moldavite, by the way. This is my babe. It's my partner in crime. I never leave the house without this on. Because fuckery is abound. I have gridded the shit out of my own home space. That's what we have to do. We have to energetically purify our own space, our own land, our own yard, our own body. And you do not let anybody in the door unless you know that they have pure intentions for you. I grid the shit out of my place with rocks. You can utilize the land, rocks and sticks to do this. Oh, the sun is going down. There's a cloud or something. Anyway. Hi, Kels. I know, Christine. I mince no words. I am a straight shooter. And, you know, it will bring in the ones who resonate and it will bounce out the others because I'm not here for the others. I don't play in the kitty litter box. I am a shark and I'm in the deep end. And that's that. Hey, Pearl. So yeah, a lot of shit was covered. I'm being called to be a little more public. I've been super underground for the last year after being very public with my writings. Very public on Facebook, right? You know, Matrix games. But I was getting rewritten here in New Mexico. I had to get out of my grid line, my Pacific Northwest grid line, come to an entire new place. And your body, there's actually like science, matrix science, about how it takes your body maybe 6 to 12 months to realign to a place, like if you move, if it's a big move. Like I was between Seattle and Portland. That's a 3-hour drive. That's nothing. That was the same shit my whole life. But then I moved to the center of the United States. I'm landlocked. I've never not been near an ocean. I'm 7,500 feet above the ocean. Denver is the mile-high city. Santa Fe is the 2-mile-high city. I am up in these mountains. And it took me 6 months to be able to walk down the road. The altitude here is intense. So it took me about 6 months for just my body to acclimate, for me to be able to walk and not wheeze because my lungs had to adjust. But then after that, I had to be shown a lot of shit. I had to be shown the very last of my programming that I was running, and I had to defrag the last of my fuckery, the last of my bullshit. And trust me, these were doozies. Doozies. When you're on this path, on the true, real, and you're cleaning your DNA, you're rewriting your DNA, you also have to address past life contracts. They're called karmics. Pretty much anyone that you date on Earth is a karmic. You're not going to find your twin flame in hell. There's only room for one of us down here. So anyone you get involved in, it's a cleanup or it is a pivot point. And when I got here, fucking clean up on aisle 7, bro. Over and over and over again. Not fucking cute. That's why I say I have been killed over and over and over and over again. Killed. Every part of me has been killed. Except my physical avatar. This bitch still here. I don't know how. I thought I was done for this winter. For sure, for sure. I guess I have more work to do. And I gotta hold the line. And all I do every day is I pray to God that I'm done with these fucking karmics. Please let the good come. I do not want to clean up my own shit anymore. But guess what? It's constant cleanup. This path is work. The narrow path is constant work. You do not get to let your guard down for one motherfucking second because they will infiltrate you. I had a little friend crew here, a bunch of DJs. You know, we danced. We had a good time. I love dance. I love music. I learned how to DJ. It was fucking sick, bro. No. I'm in the devil's playground. The energetic tethers into me from others were killing me. I can feel everything. I can see all the energetics. And these people are dum-dums. They're not on this path. They don't do this work. They have no idea what they do. They are inhabited by another being. So they show you the face of like, namaste, you're my sister, I'm going to help you, I'm going to do a meditation with you. All the while, they got the evil eye pointed at you and they have embedded their energetic cord and they are siphoning your life force. And I just decided I was done. I can't do it. So now I am fully alone. This is why it's the narrow path. If you have attachments to people or if you have attachments to social engagements, play Matrix games, win Matrix prizes. You pay the troll toll. If you want to surround yourself with a bunch of energy vampires, then prepare to get sucked. That's on you. That's on you. Take responsibility. If you don't like to be alone, that's on you. We're going out alone. Ain't nobody coming with me. My children ain't coming with me. Nobody's coming with me. So if you really want to purify and take this clean and clear path, this narrow path, you better warrior the fuck up. Because you will be warred upon in every manner from every angle. And only you can protect you. These mofos out there, they are so stupefied, they wouldn't know what the fuck to do if somebody assaulted another person right in front of them. They are stupefied. It's all on you. It's all on you. All of it. All of it. You are in the deep end. You are swimming with sharks. If you want to sit in your cat box full of shit and play in the sand, you're not going to make the transition. I have been writing about this for 5 years. And now things are really ramping up. When I was writing about it, Corona hadn't even happened. The ruse hadn't even happened. So people who are on the same frequency as me understand my words. The ones who are not think I'm a crazy person. because I am right side up in the upside down. So anyone who's attached to the matrix structure and believes that it's truth, believes that the physicality is all there is, they are in the upside down, and they will believe that I am the insane one because that's what they've been programmed to believe, because no one in this matrix understands the frequency of truth unless you have gone down this path. Truth is not to be debated. The scientists want to debate truth. Is this true or is this true? Okay, these are the inmates running free upon this fucking planet. Let's debate truth. Truth is a frequency. What I output is truth. It burns like a motherfucking flame. Truth cannot be argued. Truth cannot be denied. Truth is. It's like the roar of a lion. Everything else is entertainment and fuckery. It's a distraction, and it is meant to keep people eating cat shit in their tiny little cat shit sandbox, in the litter box. So, I'm really not intense all the time, you guys. Most of the time, though. Because I'm just not, I don't have the personality overlays anymore. I used to be a real fucking comedian. Trust me. I used to drink a lot, party a lot, and I was just so funny. I was hilarious, you guys. I was so funny. Personality overlays. Fake fucking bullshit. Fake shit so I could deal with the world. Alcohol was one of the first things to go for me. TV was the next. When you get on this path. There is no room for demons on this path. You are purifying the demons and the parasites out of your system. This is why it's narrow. You cannot invite them in while you are walking the path. And I thought I was done till I got to Santa Fe. And I got the old 1-2 punch in the face again. Because I was hanging around people who were partying and drinking. Not that I was, but that was my crew. Play Matrix games, win Matrix prizes. Even when you have gone through as many lessons and deaths as I have, there's still more. There is still more until you cut it all out. All right. This is my first one. I didn't even know what was going to happen on these lives. But I have a lot to say, clearly. I am a pontificator. And I can talk about this shit all day, all night. And listen, people up in my DMs, they want me to talk about it to them all day, all fucking night. And then when my friends, my reals, the only ones who have my phone number, which are a handful of people. Nobody got my new phone number. Ain't nobody getting my new contact information. Y'all got to deal with your own shit. But those ones who are in my heart, a part of me, they know who the fuck to call. They call Mama. They call Goddess. They call the essence of God, who is on earth at this time, actually slaying demons. And if we want to talk about slaying that fucking witch Beyonce, if you guys think Beyonce's fucking cool and good, you better go worship your Jesus and go pray in that Catholic church also. You all know this is demonry, right? We're in the upside down. Everything that they tell you is the opposite. These motherfuckers are portals to demons. Slay all day, bitch. Slay all day. You'll get sucked right up into her fucking vagina portal of death. That's a subject for another day. Sex magic. What do you think these fuckers do? Why do you think they like young children? Why do you think all these children disappear year after year? Nobody can find the missing children. That's so bizarre. We all know. We all know. We all know. Like, nothing is hidden. We see it. So anyway, I don't need to berate any longer. It is one of my favorite pastimes, though, is to berate the dum-dums, even though I used to be one. But it's been a long, hard fucking road to get here. I have earned my stripes. I have earned this fire, and I will be nothing less than ever, ever. And you all better put some fucking respect on it. Respect. You don't know who the fuck is on earth right now for these times for the end of the age. And I'm here to tell you who. You can believe or you cannot believe. It doesn't matter. Frequencies don't lie. If you can't tap into the frequency, that's on you. Why don't you try that narrow path? I dare you. I dare you. I dare you to get everything taken from you and still continue on. Cool. All right. I think my fire has gone out. I gotta go take a fucking breather now. Bye, you guys. Thanks for joining. We'll see how long Facebook leaves this up. They fucking took down my other one because I put a song on it. Even though I watch people put songs on their shit and they're like, Fair Use Act. I don't own the rights to this. And I even said that, but you know, I'm on my 90-day at the bottom of the feed permanently on Facebook, so whatevs. I appreciate you all. Thank you for this exchange, this energetic exchange. Heather, that's my sis. Dude, Heather has been my sis. We went to grade school together in Oregon. Like, she old. She old as me. We is old together. We go way, way, way back. And she's one of the only people in my entire life that I've known forever that has remained, and that includes my biological family. My biological family has not remained. It's only the very, very few sisters who operate on this level. She's always got my back. Always. All right, y'alls. Yeah, we'll just see what happens next time. I don't want to be beholden to any kind of like, I have a business now and this is what I'm charging. But listen, you guys know, if you need support, you know to call Mama. Mama knows. Mama sees all. But this is only for the few. I don't play in the cat, shit, litter sandbox. I am a shark. Deep water. So if you all are on this journey and you are in too deep, you call Mama. Otherwise, you just go along your journey and finally, eventually, maybe someday, we will meet up. Bye, guys.